So a while back I ordered the ZTTO JT07 pedals from AliExpress, and yeah, I finally gave them a try and found out that the pin layout doesn't generate that much grip, or not as much grip as I wanted them to have. So I decided to order some grub screws in M4 times 10 millimeters, and I'm going to plan to change the pins now. I did check, these are threaded in and the thread is in normal M4. Okay, let's get to the process. So the tools you're going to need for this are either an outside Torx nut. I think it looks like a Torx profile, but I don't have one. So instead I'm using my trusty knee pegs. They're secured by thread lock, so it takes a bit of force, or initially it takes a bit of force. Okay. I guess I'll just do it this way. Probably more easy now. So now that I have removed the pins from one side of the pedal, I'm not going to remove the other side right now, because I want the other pins to act as a stop for the grub screws I put in, because otherwise I wouldn't know exactly when to stop. I'm also going to use some thread lock. I'm not sure if it's really needed, but just to be on the safe side. And I'm lazy, I'm not applying it to the threads right now of the screws, but to the holes. The pins, or the grub screws, are, as I said, M4, and I've chosen 10 millimeters. I've also ordered 12 millimeters, but they actually seem to be a bit too long, so I'm going with the 10 millimeters for now and see how they hold up. These grub screws have a 2 millimeter hex, so it's a bit small. Let's see. Tighten them down. And here you can see one side with the grub screws and one side with the original pins. The length is actually about the same for the old and the new pins. The old pins have about 5 millimeters. And the new pins, the grub screws, also have about 5 millimeters. But the difference is that the old pins have this little bulge here, and the grub screws do not have this. So I hope they'll give more grip. Okay, I'm now doing the other side. Basically the same. Oh, and by the way, I ordered a 50-piece pack of these grub screws, because you have 8 pins per side, so 16 pins per pedal, so 32 pins overall for 2 pedals, which means I have 18 pins as spares. Okay, all done. So here I have done one side already. One side, the left one, is with the grub screws, and the right side is with the original pins. And as you can see, the length difference isn't actually that much. However, I think and I hope that due to the more slim profile of the grub screws, I'll have better grip then, because the original pins are a bit wider and the grub screws are just flat, so to say. And for comparison, here is my old Superstar pedal that I took off my bike, and the Superstar Nano is a bit wider, a bit longer, but what was really noticeable for me were the pins and the grip they generate. And now I hope, yeah, the long pins of the Nano Superstar's pedal are still a bit longer, but not by much. Also they have short pins and pins that I have shortened with pedal strikes. So let's hope. Oh, and by the way, the reason I want to change them is this. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video where I try to service the Nano pedals. I'm not sure it's possible. Maybe I've already ridden them to death, but let's see. Oh, one more thing. These pedals can also be serviced, but you need to be able to access the 6mm screw. Yeah. And the problem with this is that this hole here is not big enough for a regular bit to pass through. Here's the 6mm bit for the ratchet and it just doesn't fit. So just going to measure it. It's 10.9 millimeters opening, and that's 12. Yeah, you need something around 10 millimeters max to be able to get the screw out. This works, but I'm not really strong enough. So I've had to use some other methods. I cannibalized this one, used this 5mm nut, and used this ratchet. Let's try 10 Newton meters. I know you shouldn't use these types of ratchets to open up screws, but whatever. Oh! Damn it! They are really tight. But yeah, this is the way you can at least open them up, and then there's another nut holding the axle and then some bearings inside. The AliExpress page or the ZTTO page does have a sort of exploded view. I hope it's enough to eventually service them. I'll have to get the bushings for it. But this is the way you can at least open up the screw. And yeah, that's about it. I hope these pedals or these pins will hold up for my type of riding and they won't fall out with the thread lock. Yeah, let's see. I'll probably report back in the comments or something, or in the description if I notice that they work or do not work. Okay, thanks for watching and bye.